just got back to pickled herring after a short trip to the US. Did a little work at the shop, and I got to meet a bunch of y'all at the boat show. That was pretty fun in Annapolis. So I've got 4 bags of goodies for pickled herring. That means you're gonna have to sit through some boat projects before we go sailing, but it won't be too long. Adeline's coming tonight, so I'm gonna try to unpack these bags and knock out a few projects, and we'll sail over to Grand Canary Island tomorrow. I always leave myself a note when I can close the engine seacock. First order of business, let's open that seacock. Ah, sweet, nice and smooth. My friends on SV Complexity left the cruising guide to West Africa. This thing looks super, gonna be really useful sailing this direction next week. I also got a set of these fender techs, like inflatable fenders, or I guess packable fenders. Almost all fenders are usually inflatable, but look how small these things pack. But they're huge. They're bigger than my current ones, and I like to go big with the fenders because I end up tying up to some pretty gnarly seawall sometimes, and I end up leaving the boat for the winter sometimes. And these things are beautiful. Like, it looks like a nice suit, the material. It's very very tough looking too. I've heard good things about them. Thank you, Fender Techs, for sending these over. I got 2 of the sausages and 2 of the balls. I really like my big polyform balls, but storing those things is really hard on the boat. There's just not that much room. So it'll be good to have some of these I can pack up when I'm out at sea. They seem to inflate with just a standard paddleboard style pump, which also is what my kites and wings use. Also got some scuba O-rings for this tank. The O-ring's looking pretty dried out. Yeah, thing's kind of crusty. Let's swap that out. If anybody knows what other maintenance I should be doing on my scuba gear, it's getting to be probably 4 or 5 years old now. Let me know. Also came back with 2 more actuators. The Pelagic folks sent me this one after I complained about the noise on the other one, so maybe that works better. He said there might have been an issue. I also picked up a Raymarine one real cheap on eBay, but of course the brains were dead, even though it was advertised as working. But the actuator still works, so at least we have a name brand actuator too. So we have a lot of actuators now. They also sent 2 more remotes because the one had a button that wasn't working. Had a couple of my Sam Holmes Sailing shirts printed. You can order them on my website, samholmessailing.cb.id. I think it looks good on this blue color. Also, this kind of with the half-length sleeves. Use zinc for the prop shaft, water pump, bearing rebuild kit. Nice big fish fillet knife. I catch these big fish on the Atlantic, and I'm trying to use these small knives to fillet them, so I think this is more appropriately sized for that. Got a new light for dome light for here. That one died, I think because I drilled this hole with autopilot wire. Water went down in there, killed the light. So this one should be much brighter too. So I'll have a nice dim one for mood and ambience, and then a bright one for when I want to cook or see things. Oh, I got the Pi Pilot that Sean makes. I think he's out of he's in Virginia now, or Randall. That guy gets around. He was on a trimaran, I think, last time I saw. But here's the Pi Pilot. You got the motor driver, and then a little Arduino. No, not Arduino. Raspberry Pi computer. And I'll use one of these many actuators I have with that once the Pelagic gives out, if it ever does. Oh, a wired remote and a wireless one with that, so very nice. The Orca Core, which actually I don't know if I have instruments to interface with this, but if I have some free time, I'll maybe try to set that guy up. Of course, I also have the Orca tablet. We'll give that a try, compare it to the Sailproof. It's a little bigger than the Sailproof tablet. They're Android tablets for navigation, but I think the Sailproof does make a bigger one too, so we probably have comparable. More USB-C sockets. These are higher wattage, so I can use the Starlink. Got a DC step-down converter. Oh, that's for my AIS. I got this AliExpress AIS special. It's actually a fishing net finder, but you can program it to be an AIS for boat technically. I programmed it with my MSSI number 9 volts. So I got a step down converter so I can just charge it off the 12 volt battery. And ankle leash for my wing foil board because it didn't come with one, and I lost the board once in Venice, and it was a little scary actually. It took me forever to get back ashore. Thought I was gonna lose the board. Let's see if my 3D printed slides work. Will fit. Ooh, maybe it's a little tight. That works. Great. Picked up a water filter that attaches to a hose for some of the water is a little funky at the last few marinas I've been. I've had one of these before. It helps a little bit. Not great, but better than nothing. Star of the show. Everybody's always asking about the Starlink. And I 3D printed some mounts, so I'll try to mount it on the Dodger. I want to see if I can mount it on the inside, just sit here, see if it can go through the fiberglass. That would be pretty nice. Keep it out of the elements. Got malaria medicine for going to Gambia and maybe the Guianas. This stuff was kind of hard to find, surprisingly, and super expensive. $280 for 16 pills. I do a ramp up of 3 days, and then I take it once a week while I'm there. So I don't have to take this one every day. There's a few different ones. Tell me what you think about malaria medicine. Which ones do you like? And are they all that expensive? I assume it was probably more because I got it in the US, but I tried a few places in Morocco and couldn't find it. We've got extra rebuild kits for the galley water pumps. This is a 3D printed little holster for the Garmin Messenger, so I can mount that with my electronic stuff. I can move that thing, I suppose, and mount it right over. Sweet. Of course, we got our yearly set of Chinese navigation lights. I'm sure any day the ones on the boat will go out. I'm gonna put together this gimbal stove kit that I made. It'll be cantilevered off to the side. This was laser cut. I got some bearings and stuff. So just put it together. Whew. Here's the gimbal installed. It works. I'm not sure once we have alcohol and some pots on there if it will be strong enough. The weak point is the metal. I mean, this is like a thin sheet metal, and that's what I attached it to. But we'll give it a try, see how it works. So Annalene arrived yesterday, and they lost her luggage, so she's wearing my clothes. So we're gonna find some clothes for her, and then we'll be off. And groceries too. We're gearing up to leave Tenerife here for the passage over to Grand Canary. It's about 33 nautical miles, so maybe take, I don't know, six hours or so.
Yeah, hopefully not.
And it's gonna be real windy. We have, there's a 25 gusting to...
Yeah, but it looks actually better if you look at the forecast now. It's not more than 26 gusts.
Okay, well.
So I think it's gonna be...
It's gonna be on our beam, maybe a little bit after the beam, so.
Yeah.
We're heeling over pretty good.
So we're gonna cross over here, right? We're gonna go aim for this bay here. So as long as we don't stay too far south or southwest down here, just cross completely straight over. It looks fine. Yeah.
If that thing is to be trusted, we're in good shape.
Yeah, it's gonna be fine.
Okay, pulled out okay. Yesterday, we had a helper added these braces to the Dodger and arch, a little grab rail. I feel like that made it a lot more, a little stiffened it up. Real strong now. So once we get behind this brake wall, I think we'll have a great wind. Oh, it's already installed, great. Got a sail up in the second reef, and we'll put a little jib out now. Yeah, right there. Try that. We'll try that. A little over here. Supposed to be on the side. Got the sails up, wind vane steering, and we're doing 5 knots. Feeling good. It's a lot more headwinds than I expected, so we're gonna be pounding up through some waves for a while.
Luckily,
Adelaine's glad it's not from the side, but I would prefer it not on her nose. I got to attach the whisker pole to its little base here. And that means I gotta walk up front in the waves. Okay. Oh no, it's about around the mess step. Oh well. Now we've gone 16 nautical miles and 18 more to go, so we're almost halfway. We're stacking.
slacking.
Look at that.
Look at that hair.
Mm-hmm.
Get some footage. Let's see. Wow. It's about the waves out here.
Sun just set. We got a nice big moon out here. You can see the lights of Grand Canary Island. Our moon's taking a nap. Probably have 3 hours to go, maybe a little less. Looking forward to get into that anchorage and making some dinner and going to sleep. Nice bright moonlight out tonight where you can really see the water and see the waves. Only less than 2 miles to go. And we're cruising at around 4 knots. As we're coming up on land, the waves are choking up, getting steeper, less comfortable, but in a mile, hopefully it'll block the waves and probably some of the wind too. And hopefully it'll be a nice easy spot to anchor in here, right up near shore, and not too many other boats to avoid. And a nice sandy bottom. Is that too much to ask? Is that too much to ask, Annalene, for a nice sandy bottom?
No.
No.
That's what we deserve after this.
I think we've earned it, and a nice chicken sandwich also.
Oh, I'm so excited about the chicken.
Oh, I am too. Oh boy. The waves are choking up. Big waves. All right, we just dropped the anchor in 31 feet of water. It's kind of dark in here, the moon, a lot behind a cloud. And you can hear and see breaking waves all over. There's one boat behind us. It's gonna be a little bit of a rolling night. Lots of wind here. And I'm not sure you can see the breaking waves on the shore. They feel like they're so close. Although I think we have plenty of distance. They're about, let's see, 400 feet from shore. Okay, that's not that far. Again, here we are on Grand Canary. Took almost 8 hours. Average 4.4 knots. 4.4 knots, maxed out 6.4, and just under 34 nautical miles. Good trip. And we're doing the first meal on the gimbal. Definitely needs some work, but it's doing the job of gimbaling. You just gotta be delicate with it because I need to reinforce the inside of the metal there. Look at that. You got your chicken. You got your mozzarella. You got tomato. A little bit of salt. And ciabatta. Here you go, little lady. So next day, and Annalina's making some eggs and
Look
the
at that.
weirdest avocado I've ever seen.
Is it even an avocado? Let's
Yeah,
find
it's
out.
not avocado. It's like a gorge.
I don't even know what to call this.
It is in fact an avocado. I wouldn't have believed it.
No.
It's so long.
I know. Let's see what it tastes
Long
like.
and phallic. Here's our half-eaten breakfast platter. And here's the little village we anchored out by. It's pretty big, breaking waves. These rocky beaches here. Maybe we can get in behind that break wall over there. We'll give it a try. Get on the dinghy and the Tamo motor.
Are we gonna just?
Now I'm going to try the Outdoor Master pump. Oh, it's like a crazy strobe effect on the when I film the screen. We'll use it to inflate the dinghy and go ashore.
Yes.
With all these different adapters, you think they would have one that would fit, but it's gonna make do with this one, the closest. The pump did the job. All right, here's our landing spot. It went pretty well. The locals helped us out in the stairway. Just had to kind of time it in between the breaking waves coming through here.
Engine died when we were like going in.
Yeah, or just when I needed it to like surf between the waves. And then it, that darn Temo does not last long.
This gives me like rock vibes.
Hard to do. We just got back to the boat after a challenging kind of launch of the dinghy. It is nice having that really light motor. If I had charged it all the way, it would have been great because I don't think I could have done that with a bigger dinghy or a bigger motor on it, just because we had to get onto a challenging staircase with like waves kind of crashing into the bay and pull it out of the water really quick before it got wrecked. But now we're gonna sail down the coast a little bit. We had a good lunch and we'll find another bay and just keep working our way along. We're just using the jib and we're doing 6
knots.
6 knots. I am testing out this AliExpress AIS system. So he's blinking, he's green. So let's see if he shows up on our. Maybe that's why it's not working. Okay.
We got this on AliExpress?
Yeah.
Wow.
It's good, right?
Yeah.
Legit.
It works.
I don't see that. I'm not. It's not showing up on here though. But maybe I programmed it with the right number, and so it won't show up. Yeah.
So then it actually shows up for the other one.
So other people could see it. But I need another. Not sure how I test this. You can go on marinetraffic.com and see if it shows up.
Look. It's like a little mountain. This will look that big.
Now we missed the big set coming through. We'll get another one. They're not very tall, but I got a lot of like.
Yeah.
They push the boat around a lot. Is that working for you?
I think so.
Yeah.
I'm not sick at least.
Not seasick. I'm having zero luck so far with the Starlink. I just bought this USB-C cable on Amazon that connects to Starlink, and it's not working. A couple times I saw the network, but I was never able to connect. So I'm thinking there's too much voltage drop on these long cables, and but I do have a 12 to 24 volt up converter for the air conditioner. So I think if I connect it maybe to 24 volts, it might work. So we're cutting the cable, and I'm just gonna wire it to my step-up converter and see if that powers a Starlink. Because Starlink runs on I think between 12 and 30 something volts, and we're kind of on the low end with 12. Hope this works. I mean, it wasn't working before, so it doesn't really hurt. Chop, chop, chop. This cable had like an outer sheath and then like an inner wire. Hopefully it's just one wire inside here. Is it one? Yeah, just one, okay. So we have outside, inside. I'm assuming the ground's on the outside, but we'll have to confirm that real quick. So I cut my Starlink wire and I just put my multimeter, and I'm only getting 11.98 volts. Can't really do it with one hand, but you have to take my word for it. We're not getting any more than 12 volts, so with the length of the wire, it would be much less, I think. I think my plan's gonna work, and we'll have Starlink any minute now. All right, that is 24 volts. So say goodbye to air conditioning and say hello to Starlink. Nam, 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 nam. Chop, chop, chop.
We don't need air conditioning here.
Nah, it's about to be winter time, right? Doing 6.3 knots steady cruising. We're averaging 7? No way. I guess we were going fast before. So we're just gonna sail around somewhere around the south coast. Eileen's gonna fly out in a few days, so eventually we need to make it over there. We're thinking maybe Puerto Rico. Who knew Puerto Rico was so close? All right, we're hooked up to our 24 volt guy. There's our Starlink cable. Let's see if I got it right. Starlink. You are the Starlink. Where's the Starlink go? Starlink goes there. All right, Eileen, here is the Starlink. Is it gonna stay safe out here? Talk to the internet. Talk to those little satellites. Oh man, we're getting some waves out here. You see it?
That's it.
See the Wi-Fi. It takes a minute to start up.
Winiaker.
That's me. That's also.
That's you?
That's my AIS. If you want to hook up to the AIS, the password's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Can I hook up for that?
Oh, Sam Link. I'm gonna change that to Pickle Link.
It was a... Yes, I'm connected. Oh, no internet.
It'll probably take a second, or maybe you don't have signal in the sky. But look, you connected. That's a big step forward.
Yeah, that's a big step forward.
It's a big step forward.
Yeah, we couldn't connect before.
Yeah. Okay. I'm gonna heat this. So we have Starlink, but no internet. So we have our new Starlink mount here. She's just aiming it at the satellite. Come on, Annalene. A little bit. towards the satellites. Point towards the satellites.
Help.
Point away from the mast, maybe.
Away from the mast.
I don't know. So I can report the Starlink works when I'm holding it on top of the Dodger. It did not work down here under the Dodger or inside. I wonder if it'll work in the window there, like inside the hatch. Let me try that. Starlink does not work going through a hatch, so we're drilling another hole. Now these are my Starlink mounts, and I gotta make 8 more holes. Yay! So the wind has died. The thing is, if there's no relative wind, we can't really use the wind vane. So we turn on the autopilot and we listen to the music. The song. You see, oh, sunset.
So pretty.
It's like angel trumpets. That's how I would describe it.
Exactly.
I successfully got the Starlink mounted up there. I'll go show you in a minute. The wind has died, so I've resorted to the motor and the autopilot, which autopilot loves to let us know it's working by the super bright strobe light. That's awesome. And but at least the autopilot's keeping us on a great course. I love this guy. The motor's on, you can't hear it too bad. If you're out here, you can still hear it. Yeah, but inside, it's really great. All you gotta do is talk over the motor. You like that though, right?
Yeah, I see it there. So
you know it's working when the strobe is going. It's strobing. So here is my Starlink internet. I only needed 2 of the mounts, and it's on there pretty secure. I've printed 4. I might put the 4 once I confirm it's working good, although it is working pretty good. It's really good internet. I just got the cable running through there, and I'm gonna neaten all this up one day. Here's the stats of the app. Looks like 98% ping rate over the last 15 minutes and drawing around 15 to 20 watts. Now we're going to anchor in this most wonderful bay I just found on the chart. It's called Playa de Veneguera. For dinner I'm making the Doritos Cajun mac and cheese with a little leftover chicken. So it's the next day, and here's the beach we stayed at. Very nice. Nice cliffs on either side of us and a sandy beach there. But I don't even have to leave tomorrow, so actually we have to get moving already. So I pulled the anchor and just got 11 miles to sail to the next city, where we'll get a marina and Airbnb for the last night. And there was 2 other boats here too, but they kept to themselves. We got a Swedish boat, and I'm not sure where that boat's from. Can't see their flag. Oh, American boat.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I don't see those out here much. Aircraft carrier, but for jet skis. Yeah, right there. So this first marina was full. We will try the one next door. And now we'll just sail on to the next one.
Because we have to.
Nothing else you can do. No luck at marina number 2. I think a couple miles down there's one more, or there's several more marinas, kind of just along this whole road. We just keep on going. We'll find one. I don't even got a star fruit. Oh, there's one more down there at Pasito Blanco.
Oh.
I sent a request to them so we can try.
Oh my god. Oh, I have to see if I can closer. Look at him.
Alright, we got in here. About 15 euros a night. I'll be here for 2 nights. I'm gonna use some of my new fenders since we're sandwiched so tight between these boats here. there's those nice big Fender Tex fenders. Thank you, Fender Tex, for sending the Fender Tex fenders, Fender Tex from France. Looking good. And I still got 2 more sausages. I'm not gonna put those up today because it's hot in here. And I think that's enough fenders for now. Enough Fender Tex fenders. All right, finally in a marina, 4 p.m. But we're in the middle of nowhere, so we gotta find a taxi or slop it over to the bus. Yeah, little dunes. Where are the dunes now? Pretty good. So there's the wood from my seat. I got these hinges to make the hinges of the seat. Okay, just a little improvised chair. I think this will make a big comfort improvement. I can put it here or out there. And just keep watch real comfortably right underneath my Dodger. One last detail, I just added one of these little spring things to keep it, hold it open so it doesn't slam shut if I have it like on the side and the boat rocks. This morning I'm mounting up the boom chocks. So I got 1 here, we'll just do 2 more here, and hopefully this will, I can cinch the boom down in position so it won't slide back and forth. I just checked out of the marina here in Pasito Blanco. Oh, it's cool they were able to stamp my passport, although it doesn't look very official. It was just the marina office. This is Pasito Blanco Marina, I think. But she wrote the date on it, so hopefully that's good enough as a checkout of the Schengen zone. I'm just doing a few more projects. Annalyn left yesterday because she had to go. She has to work. She can only get a few days off to sail Canarys. The next passage we're going to go to Dakar and then Gambia. So I'm through bolting the Dodger. I'll just put the last nuts on the inside of here. I got my mast chock installed on here. I need to do the other 2. I should probably put the extra Starlink mounts on there because I'm worried a rope's going to catch under here and like rip this thing off. But I think if it has all 4, it should be better. Got my chair. This is a first draft of this chair. I think it can evolve into something pretty neat, but I need to have like some way to add a little spacer underneath here that's easy to like flip out for the different positions I want to put it in. Now my mast step bearing block, so you see this goes on here. This matches the curvature of the mast. So that looks pretty good. So now we don't have that gap here, and the ropes hopefully won't catch too much. Could have made it a little bit wider right there. I didn't bring this part home when I 3D modeled. I just took some pictures and measured it. The only thing is now this these might be a little wobbly now. Maybe I should have made the spacer go down a little lower. And I installed these little black things. This is kind of a dual purpose 3D printed project. So one part is to hold the ladder away from the boat so it's easier to climb up. So you can see it just pushes the ladder out a little bit. And then the other part is this wedge that keeps ropes from catching on the ladder while I'm sailing with jib sheet mainly. I picked up a Raymarine actuator just to see if it would be any, I don't know, quieter. About the same. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed the video, there's links in the description for how you can become a patron or buy us a drink. Next video will be the big solo passage, 800 nautical miles from Canary Islands to Dakar, which I'm just about to arrive in. So I hope you'll come back for that one. See you guys then. Bye.